Good morning. I woke up way later than I intended. It's Tuesday, it's the day after Memorial Day weekend, and it's 10:30. This cat was supposed to have a vet appointment at 10, and I woke up 10 minutes after his appointment. So I got a $50 cancellation fee. He's like, sounds good to me. I'm happy we're not going. Yeah, I've been really, really tired. I know what all the reasons are. One, I'm like, oh, was that a little nibble? Yeah, he missed his appointment, so that's that. We're gonna go again on Friday, and then I need to take a shower. I need to go pick up dog and cat food. I need to go pick up my medicine. I need to wash my hair. I need to take them for a walk. I need to work. I'm so annoyed that I woke up late. I can't believe it's 10:30. I've been waking up at like 7 or 8. This is so annoying. But it's alright. I'm going to wash my hair first because it feels disgusting. And I get a haircut on Friday, so hopefully this will be the only time I wash it. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm trying to plot my hair because the texture is definitely changing and like becoming wavier. And I haven't tried to do this in a while because I feel like it hasn't always really worked out, but like you can see. I wanted this texture for so long, and I honestly just kind of never thought I was going to get it, but now I'm starting to get it, and I'm pretty happy about it. I won't lie to you. I'm not excited about the frizz that comes with it, but like look at this. You guys, if you've been following me for a long time, you know that my hair was not like this. This is crazy, crazy, crazy that this is starting to happen. And it's like, I feel like it hasn't finished like fully becoming wavy like this. Because when I shower and like hair comes out, there's some hairs that are still pretty straight, and then there's ones that are just like ringlets. So I'm like, oh shit. And my mom would always tell me like, one day you're gonna wake up and your hair is just gonna be curly. You're gonna have to start to roller set it, because my mom had like ringlet curls. I don't think that will happen, only because I'm not fully Puerto Rican. My mom was Afro-Latina, so I feel like, you know, I have the Salvi on my side, Salvadorian, so I think I'll always kind of have wavy curly hair as opposed to like ringlet curls like my mom had. But I'm not mad about it. Also, one thing I'm just like repulsed by in this bathroom is that I can't turn the fan off, and it makes me never want to film like get ready with me videos. I really need to start taking vitamin D. Maybe today's the day I start, because I've been losing so much hair, and that's normally a sign of a vitamin D deficiency. I mean, like, look at that. And that's not even including all the hair I just lost in the shower. Also, the cat is being a cat. Are you okay? Okay, we are gonna do a little bit of makeup though. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands because I have hair product on my hands, and there's a lot of pore clogging ingredients in there that I want to get off. So I did talk about the fact that I'm obsessed with the Elta MD SPF. I ran out and I want to try something new. Basically, my original girl that I was getting facials with, but she's like stopping doing facials indefinitely, so much so that she's like referring out people. So I just hadn't gotten a facial for like 3 months, and so I wasn't getting my extractions or anything like that. And I started trying a bunch of like active products. Like I was using my active serum, but then I was also doing an exfoliant like 3 times a week. And I basically, I damaged my skin barrier because I felt like my skin was just looking so dull. I started breaking out on my forehead again, just all these things that like I thought I was done with. I thought I had left behind me. So when I got a facial with Sarah Ford, she was like, yeah babe, you damage your skin barrier, so we're gonna need to stop all of the actives and just take a little bit of a break. So I've been using her gentle enzyme cleanser, which I've been really loving and liking. I've also been using her BioCell Intensive Moisturizer. I've been using that and also using the SkinCeuticals Daily Moisture. When I bought the bottle, it was already broken. So I've been using these two, and then that's literally it. I'm not using toners or anything, which I think is part of the reason that I'm getting these breakouts, but she was like, just deal with the breakouts for like 2 weeks, let your skin kind of like repair its natural barrier, and then we can try to stop the breakouts. So that's the update on my skin. It sucks. And then I got these chest breakouts, which I haven't had in a long time, and I know it's 100% because I was getting glazed cheesy bread like every single day 2 weeks ago. Did you know that it takes the skin 2 weeks to like start to show a breakout? And it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because it's like building up underneath the surface until it's exposed. So I'm also kind of accepting that maybe these other breakouts are also from the cheesy bread 2 weeks ago. Anyway, on to SPF. Sarah said that she loves this PCA skin, so I've been using this tinted one, and I love it because it gives you just like the nicest little bit of coverage. And I do quite a bit, not for the coverage reasons, but really just because I saw something saying that if you want to get like the full SPF benefits on your skin, you have to do, I don't know, it was like it was like a long amount, like basically covering the first half of your forefinger. So, and then I just use my hands, but you'll see a very subtle coverage from this. What is interesting is that there's no, like, you can't pick a shade. It's kind of like one shade matches all. And then instead of like rubbing, I'm just start to pat it into my skin. So it's not anything crazy, but it just like kind of reduces the redness from some of those breakouts that I'm having. So that is that, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of concealer, some blush, and mascara, and call it a day. I did just buy a new concealer yesterday because I do feel like my Rare Beauty one was a shade. It was a bit too light for me. Where is it? This one looks lighter. But I do feel like this one has more peachy undertones. Whatever. Let's see. Just do a little bit on the problem areas. I know I should just be letting those breathe, but damn. Like smack dab on my forehead. Just want to like reduce it a little bit. I don't know that I still have the Kosas concealer that I had before, but I'm starting to feel like it was 3.5 because this looks very similar, which I guess is fine. I mean, if it's a match, it's a match. I also really need to wash my brushes. It is a good match, but I almost like want it to be a little bit darker. I used to really want to brighten my under eyes. Now I just kind of want to match it. I feel like this does more brightening. I mean, I guess it looks good. What do you guys think? Is it pulling way crazier on camera? Kind of looks like it is. Set under my eyes. I feel so weird out of it, and I really, did I already say I need to wash my brushes? I really need to wash my brushes. Like that's inexcusable. I'm like, why am I breaking out? Come on, girl. Still loving this Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Tiniest little bits. I use this Refi brush, which also really needs to be cleaned. I've been trying to do my makeup every day, and it might be a waste of product, but I do feel better when I have makeup on. Not because, I mean, sure, do I feel prettier with makeup on in general? Yeah, but I just feel like in general it just makes me feel more polished, and like, you know, if I were to randomly have a meeting, like, would I be like, damn, I look like I just sit at home all day and like don't pull myself together? Yeah, I'm trying to make it a point to just do that little thing because I'm almost viewing it as like self-care, if that makes sense, because I really do feel better after I put on some makeup. I'm gonna put on some Kush Clear Brow Gel. I don't know that this stuff is amazing, but it at least allows me to like kind of comb my brows into place. This is not a product if you have thick brows to use as like a laminating effect. It's definitely not going to do that. This is just to kind of get all your brows on the same wavelength. I'm forever a fan of the Lash Eye Dull. This stuff is so good. That was weird. I've never done that. Do a little bit of this Milk Lip and Cheek, and this is in the shade Quickie. Sometimes I blend it out with my fingers, sometimes I do the brush, just depends how I'm feeling. I just do like a little bit on my lips to add a little bit of color. And then I bought this Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige yesterday at Sephora. Let's see if I like this though. Bare minimum, and now I just feel so much prettier. I'm not saying you need makeup to feel pretty, but be real, you know, after we do makeup, we normally do feel a bit more polished. It's like when a guy puts on a suit. You don't need to wear a suit. Is that a good example? That might have not been a good example, but it made sense in my head. I really need to go get something to eat before I actually get sick. I did also buy this yesterday. I used to love this when I worked in a salon. It's the Kerastase hair oil. It's coming out as a spray. Wait, oh, okay. I was like, wait, since when? I just bought a little traveler size, but my hair is still wet. I should probably get a bigger blanket, but this will just have to do. Right, kitty? You stabbed me with that sharp witch toe. It's time to talk about our sponsors for today's video. This video is sponsored by Pet Kit. You guys might remember me talking about their litter box. Yes, I am still using it. It is amazing. Swear by it, love it, worth the investment. This is an automatic feeder. It's called the Fresh Element Gemini. Let's unbox this bad boy and discover it together. So it can actually hold up to 5.5 pounds of food. And that's actually enough to feed an adult cat for a month. And it's also big enough for 2 cats to eat at the same time without it feeling crowded. However, I only have 1 cat, so he is gonna be just doing great on his own. It also has double hoppers. So that just basically means that the feeding time and meals of 2 hoppers can be set separately so that there's different flavors or foods to satisfy your pet's various dietary needs. And obviously my personal favorite is that there is app control. You can customize the feeding plan. You can check their feeding status. You can see if there's any food shortages, it'll actually notify you, and you can also do remote manual feeding. Okay, so it's all set up. Verma's eating. He obviously is very happy with his new dispenser. He's also just like so curious. So he's like, what is this? A couple things that I want to note really quick that I also think are great about this product is that it does have a dual battery supply. It can actually last up to 6 months in the deep power saving mode. And then something else I noticed while I was setting it up is that it does have a triple lock feature, which is just going to effectively make sure to keep moisture out and keep the food as dry and fresh as possible. Again, thank you so much to Pet Kit for working with me on today's video. It was so much fun discovering yet another product. If you guys want to check out this product or any of Pet Kit's products, you can go to the link in my description box and use the discount code Jazmine15, and that'll get you 15% off site-wide on purchases over $99. Happy shopping. We're back. Okay, I was like really reluctant to talk about this, but truthfully, this is just what I'm experiencing right now, so I'm choosing to be very open and honest about it, but forgot to take my antidepressants. I didn't forget. I've actually been very, very on it, but I ran out after having like a 3-month supply. The day that I went to pick it up, they were like, hey, you're gonna actually need to come back tomorrow. Long story short, couldn't come back tomorrow, and then I couldn't go the day after that, and the day that I finally could go, it was a holiday, and they were closed. I take Zoloft. I've been taking Zoloft for years, and while it is an antidepressant, I actually take it to manage my mental OCD that I have struggled with since I was a little girl. And obviously, like, depression and all those things kind of start to follow along with it. But I'm super open about my mental health because I know even though we all experience it, in the moment it can feel very lonely and it can feel like you're the only one dealing with it. I'm super bummed out today because I started feeling like the withdrawal symptoms in the last few days of not taking it, and it just felt like there was nothing that I could do about it, and it sucks. This is my first time on this high of a dose, not taking it and feeling the withdrawals, and it has just been so bad. 1, night sweats, waking up in the middle of the night, like my body is just drenched in sweat. Hasn't been so bad, but I've definitely been experiencing night sweats. 2, there's something called brain zapping, which is basically like exactly what it sounds like. And I've talked to my other friends who take antidepressants, and this is a side effect of not taking it. And it literally just kind of feels like an internal zap, like a buzz, like a little vibrating buzz. It doesn't hurt. It's just more so like when I feel it, I'm like, oh shit, this is so annoying, and I know what it's from. And then just like irritability, probably the worst part, I think, of the withdrawals of not taking your medicine, or even just like missing a dose, is like everything feels so much more intense. Like I was at CVS just now, and the self-checkout, for some reason it just like malfunctioned, and like people were looking at me because it kept saying like your payment couldn't be processed, and for some reason I just felt like so overwhelmed and embarrassed, and like I wanted to go into the car and cry. And I was like, what is going on? Like little simple mundane things like technology not working feels so dramatic and so intense. It sucks because I took my medicine the second I got into the car, but I know it's gonna take a couple of days for it to like rebuild up in your system, because it's not like taking, you know, like a medicine that like you take and like right away you feel it like within 30 minutes. It's not like that. SSRIs definitely build up over time in the system and become more effective the longer you take it. So I just know I'm probably going to feel like this for a couple more days, and it just sucks. But I'm hoping at least knowing that I'm taking the medicine will help me. But it really sucks. I like had a whole chat, and I immediately deleted the clip because I was like, oh my gosh, I probably sound so unhinged. But this is your sign. If you take medicine, if you take antidepressants, just don't let yourself fall off, because it is so not worth the feeling of just like feeling so disconnected from your body and like your surroundings. Like people around me that I know like start to feel like strangers, and like I feel like I'm like in a dream, and it's so weird. Like even right now as I look at myself, like I feel like I'm like, who is that person? Not that intense. I don't know. It's just a really, honestly, the best way to put it is it's a very discombobulating feeling, and it's not good. I don't like it at all. And because I feel like this, it just makes me like not want to do anything. Like I'm like, I don't want to take care of my body. I want to go eat cake, and I want to like I was like, is it crazy if I go to Vaughn's and I buy a little slice of chocolate cake? Maybe. I'm probably going to do it. Yeah. But I also will try to go to Pilates and move my body a little bit and get some work done, but it is just such an annoying feeling. So take your medicine, and if you run out, if you see that you're like on your last few days, don't be like me and wait until the last minute and just think, oh, I'll just go pick it up today. No, have it ready a couple days in advance, because I've been taking this for like 7 years now, and I still am just so bad. And honestly, it's not fair to my boyfriend, because he ends up dealing with a lot of my, like, roller coaster of emotions. Granted, he deals with it with so much grace. And it's also just, like, not fair to friends and family. Even though it's not anything crazy, it's just, you know, they're not getting the best version of you. Not that they need to have the best version of you all the time, but when it's something that can be controlled like that, I think that we owe it to ourselves and the people around us that love us to take care of ourselves. I'm gonna go into PetSmart now and buy this damn food. Thanks for listening. I am back in my car after absolutely obliterating a breakfast bagel that, like, probably wasn't as good as I felt like it was, but for not really having anything to eat today, that shit tasted insane. Also, I'm still obsessed with the Mandarin coffee stand. It's like not a stand though, it's definitely a coffee shop. So I'm feeling a little bit better after eating and having my matcha. Also just like so beyond grateful for Ryan, because he is just so perfect, honestly. He's my perfectly imperfect human, because I have just been so emotional and like just feel so out of it. As he's like in the middle of a stressful work day, he's like calls me, he's like, I need to come home early so that I could take care of you. That man. I love him. I'm gonna have to marry him. Actually, let's take a look at my to-do list for today. Alright. Vlog all day. We're doing that right now. Buy dog and cat food. Check, we did that. Drop off the paperwork. Yeah, that. Oh, I did pick up my meds. I do kind of just want to go home right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like the little errands that I want to run could definitely just be done tomorrow. That way I can just stay home and kind of like. But I also am like, I should go to Pilates. Let's see if there's any, I'm very unhinged today, guys. Me being unhinged is like, do I run errands or do I go to Pilates? You know, I really was rooting for today to be a productive day. It's just not going to be. It's gonna be a productive self-care day. Ryan had the last 3 days off, which is very rare for Memorial Day weekend. Like for his job, it just seems like holidays don't apply for him. He's gonna be home in a couple of hours. I think I'm just gonna like take the next 2 hours to just like do stuff that I've been wanting to do, because since he's been home, we were sleeping in a lot, we were being really lazy, and then when we did get energy, we would just like leave and bust out the house. So I'm gonna put away all the things that I just got, which I guess I can show you guys what I got. It's really not anything crazy. I did get some toilet paper because we just ran out. I have been buying the Sprouts toilet paper, but I was already at CVS, so it just made sense. This, I grew up going to Safeway as my grocery store. If you're from the Bay, you know Safeway. But Pavilions and I want to say Vons are the same thing as Safeway. Like they're all under, or maybe it's Ralph's. I don't know. They're all under the same umbrella company. But these cheap cupcakes with the, I'm pretty sure it's butterscotch. What is it that they put for the icing? Whatever this icing is, it's not good for you, but I love it. I'm gonna have to have one right now. I was gonna try to wait. These were like the cupcakes that my mom would buy when I was a kid for like birthdays and like have a movie night or something. Like these were the cupcakes that I always wanted. So now like when I have sprinkles and stuff, like all those bougier cupcakes, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's not the cheap shit that I'm used to. However, these were frozen, so it hasn't totally melted yet. I don't know what it is, but it's so good to me. So I bought that as like a little comforting treat. This like reminds me of my childhood. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm sorry I have chocolate in my teeth. I honestly don't care to check, but another favorite that my mom would always get was specifically signature French bread, like a really soft one. We would pick the softest one. And then we would get the signature cafe spinach dip. You don't have to like spinach, and you will like this. When I look at this, like, it almost makes me sad because I'm like, where's my mom? Like, where is she? When did she buy this stuff? And I know, oh my gosh, I'm so emotional today. I don't know what's up with me. I mean, I do know it's my medicine, but I think a big reason I don't normally buy this stuff is because it's almost sad to see it, because it's such a specific core memory as a kid with my mom. But on a day like today where I just feel so emotional, it makes me sad, but it also really comforts me because flavors can take me back to a time with her that feels so inaccessible, but flavor and smells bring me right back to it. So that's what I got from Pavilions. Then on a brighter note, I got some sensitive skin butt wipes because your girl, your guy, your people just really like to get spick and span clean down there. PetSmart, I like to switch up their diet every once in a while from Farmer's Dog, so I've been giving them Fresh Pet. I will say, like, Prince and Duke like go absolutely apeshit when they see this food, so they've been really enjoying it. And then I got Duke a slow feeder because this motherfucker gets wild when it's time for him to eat. I wanted to be proactive, but it's actually kind of cute now that I look at it. So it's obviously like this is the slow feeder side, but I guess if they start to behave themselves, then they can eat out of this side. We'll see how it works. It was $10 from PetSmart, and if it doesn't, it's going back because I'm hoping it slows him down because he'll start to reverse sneeze when he eats so intensely. And then for the kitty, he's also very, very spoiled, and he eats Tiki Cat. I've been giving him the Tiki Cat Baby Carnivore kitten kibble. He gets this, and then I just buy like bulk of the wet food. And this has by far been the one that I've noticed he likes the most. And I like this wet food because it actually looks like shredded food. It doesn't look like brown wet food that's like mashed together. It actually looks like you're opening a can of tuna or something like that. So that is what the kitty eats, and I think that's everything that I got. So we're gonna put all this stuff away, and We're also gonna test the slow feeder and see if it actually works, but I need to give it a good little scrub first. I know, I need to do the dishes. We'll do it soon. Oh, it's really slowing him down. This is a miracle. That's all you needed, because you go way too crazy, dude. Okay, cool. Good morning. It is not even late, but it is a new day. I did a Pilates class yesterday at like 7 o'clock because I was like, I need something to like make me feel like I worked out, but also like help me wind down because I have been sleeping a lot. Oh my gosh. And it was great. The studio wasn't great, but the workout was really great. I was like, you know what? I need to get back on it because I really haven't been going to the gym for probably the last like 3 to 4 weeks. I have been keeping up with like getting my steps in every day and like eating relatively maintenance, probably some days eating a little bit higher. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know. I'm in a weird place right now. I got really fried, like burnt out on tracking my calories, so I just like took a break. And when I do that, I tend to just stop everything, and typically I would just go back to like eating like shit. But I really do feel like while training with Emma and Empowered that I really did have a lot of great habit changes. Like I know how to maintain things now, like drinking enough water, getting my steps in every day. It's just the workouts that I've been a bit negligent. Oh, I'm probably hitting my protein. I appreciated the time off. Anyway, I woke up at like 7:30. It's 10 o'clock now. I got myself ready. Not like makeup, but like rinsed off, did my skincare, you know, took the dogs for a 30-minute walk, and I booked a Pilates class at a different location. This one's in Highland Park, and I like it because you can tell it's like, it just feels like a bunch of rich moms that go and do Pilates in the middle of the day. And I cannot keep up with them at all, but it motivates me and inspires me to keep going. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna get some coffee, and hopefully this, or not coffee, but like matcha, maybe coffee, I don't know. And hopefully it just gives me like the pep in my step, the pep in my step that I've been needing, because I feel like I could fall back asleep right now.
So like I have to work on tonight.
So they didn't have matcha, and then the lattes were sweetened. So like the two things that I naturally wanted and I specifically came to this place for didn't even have what I wanted, but that's okay. She recommended a black miso iced latte, so let's see. Oh, it's really good. It honestly just tastes like a regular latte to me, though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's good though.
There's cubbies in there if you want to put your stuff in there.
We're back from Palala. Okay, so we're back from Pilates. I pulled it together, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't take a shower, and I did sweat quite a bit, but here's the thing. When I take a shower, at least nowadays, like it really is, it's not just like a rinse and go. You know, it's like I'm rinsing. If I feel any ounce of me that I wanna shave, I'm gonna shave it. I'm gonna wash my face, I'm gonna do my skincare, and I'm going to lather my entire body in lotion. So I'm trying to be proactive because it is already 1 o'clock and I want to like film and get videos up, and I just feel like that's just gonna slow me down. I'll end up procrastinating. So my mindset is just chug my coffee, have some lunch, and get to work, okay? Because I don't have time. I mean, I do have time, but like really I'm just trying to be proactive. And if anything, I'm gonna shower tonight. Okay, so everyone needs to relax. Everyone can calm down. Also, I'm really trying to figure out what makes this coffee different from a vanilla iced latte. I went in there and they were like, I mean, it tastes great. I guess I can tell it's a little bit different, but maybe I'm just not enough of a coffee connoisseur, because to me, it tastes kind of the same as any other coffee. I just filmed a chatty video, and this is what my setup looks like. How unimpressive is this? Got my studio light because it's just been so gloomy outside, so this room is not getting as much light as usual. And then I've got my Rodecaster and my mic. I guess actually it is impressive in the sense that like this is all really great official equipment, but it's just so boring. Okay, but what I really want to talk about is I just filmed, what was the discussion? Like friendships ending and friendships coming to an end. And I think by the time you guys, no, 100%, by the time you guys are watching this, the video's already gone up. It's probably my last video that went up. Anyway, I've been partaking in some recreational cannabis when I film those videos, because one, I just feel like it kind of loosens me up. And two, I'm like, I'm literally gonna be 30 next year. I can do whatever I want. Fine, it's not like I'm doing anything crazy, but yeah, it loosens me up. But this is the first time that like I was getting the munchies so bad while I was filming. I was like, oh, I need a cupcake. So we're gonna have one right now. Cupcakes can 100% be my downfall in life. I would only cheap cupcakes though. I'm so happy. I saw them this morning when I woke up and I was like, no one would know. No one would know if I had a cupcake for breakfast. No one would know. I didn't. I had a toast with peanut butter on it. But I really thought about it. I looked up at the cabinet and I was like, Ryan just left for work. The dogs don't know any better. Anyway, if you haven't been watching those videos, you should go check them out. They're really fun. The vibe is definitely different. I guess maybe not so much to these now that these are more chatty videos. But we're just sitting in like one area and I'm just talking at you. And I go off on tangents about Lord knows what. So if you like vlogs in the background, you probably really like that. Good morning. The gloomy weather continues outside. It sucks. But today is Thursday and we're gonna try to make the most of another day. I'm so proud of myself because yesterday, after I filmed my chatty video, I did take like a 30-minute break, but then I edited it and I made it live, and it got me thinking how I feel like I'm in a place right now where my YouTube views are not what they once were, and it took me a long time to accept that and not feel like horribly insecure about it, because when you go from getting 30 to 50,000 views, sometimes even 100,000 views, and then like a good performing video now is like 20,000. First of all, I'm optimistic that that will change. I definitely just haven't been consistent, so obviously what do I expect? But I feel like I'm creating content that makes me feel happy as opposed to doing what I think will get me views. So in a way, I'm like feeling more true to myself, so I'm enjoying my content more, if that makes sense, and like also just seeing how much it resonates with you guys makes me feel really good. So it's becoming less about the views and more about like the community that I feel I'm rebuilding with you guys. But this video in particular is performing like way above all of my other videos. Like it normally takes me like a good 24 hours to get like 5,000 views, but it's done that within like 8 hours. It's at like 6,000 views now, I want to say. Anyway, it's like telling me like this video is performing way better than all of your other videos. And I guess it just goes to show how all of the content that we overthink or we don't want to post or we think won't do well, you just never know. Like to me, I titled this video Friendship Breakups. And like, yeah, I guess it insinuates some tea being spilled, but also if you've been following me for a long time, you probably, or at least in the last few months, you know that it's going to be one of my like podcast sit down videos, and there will be tea, but like it's really me just like pouring my heart and soul in the video. And so yeah, it's just been so nice to see that, because I was like, this video could either do great or it could do really bad, but it's obviously performing well, and that's very validating to me and the work and the vision that I have for the videos that I'm making. It just made me feel good. So I'm officially a Pilates princess now. Back to the Pilates life. I think I will be doing weightlifting, but we'll talk about that later. The plan for today It's 10:30. I did already like shower and get myself ready and feed the dogs. I'm gonna take them out for their walk. Actually, it's probably gonna be a quick potty trip because I have to go to Ryan's grandma's house because Michelle is out of town, Ryan's mom, and she's the caretaker for her mom. And then the girls are at work and stuff, so I'm gonna go pick her up some food and make sure that she's fed and takes her medicine. I'm not gonna vlog that. She has dementia, so I just feel like that's a bit more private, but I am gonna go help out with that, and then I'm gonna get to work on all of my other things. So yeah, that's what's going on. I do wanna like go grocery shopping today. I wanna film some short form content, but it sucks because when it's overcast like this, you just don't wanna do anything. But it's gonna be overcast like this for a few weeks. I saw a TikTok about it. Okay, we're also gonna take my pre and probiotics. I've been taking seed for like 2 weeks now, and it's been good. I definitely feel like my gut, is getting, I don't know, restored, healthier, but I have noticed, at least in the last few days, that it has been making me nauseous. They typically say to just start with 1 pill. I didn't know that. I've been taking 2, but now I'm like, I'm in too deep, you know? I'm gonna keep taking 2. But I think the mistake I made is getting back onto my antidepressants, and taking these at the same time was just way too much for my stomach. So I'm gonna see today if I still feel sick, just having these instead of having these with my antidepressants. Let's see. Is there enough water in here? It's weird because like it doesn't have a taste, but like whatever little taste it does have just makes me way tipcom. In my head, I had way more footage in this video. I thought that I filmed way more. I thought that I closed it off. I honestly just thought more happened. So I apologize that that didn't happen. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I know I don't like need a closer. It just feels like the right thing to do. But I hope you enjoyed it. I have more videos coming. There's a chance that I might try and start uploading twice a week. But like, don't rely on that. That's just like a potential. But for now, you know, we're doing once a week. We're doing the vlogs. I'm so curious to know what you guys are thinking of them so far. And just as always, thank you guys for sticking it out with me. And I love you guys. I just didn't want to leave the video just like, we took probiotics and then the video is just over. So I want to say I love you guys. Thank you for your support always. And I'll see you next time.